And we are live! Welcome, everyone, to Avatar Legends, The Secrets of War, Episode 3! If you did not see Episodes 1 and 2, don't worry too much. We're going to get you caught up here in just a minute. But before we do any of that, let's do a little bit of explaining. We are playing Avatar Legends by Magpie Games, a tabletop RPG that lets you go and make your own characters and go on an adventure in the Avatar universe. I am basically the one that's going to be leading them through this story, a narrator of sorts, and everyone else here, well, they are the players, the ones that actually shape the story that we are going to be telling today. So let's go through and say who everyone is, and then we'll have a little bit of word from, some sponsors we had and get into the game. Since you are at the top center, Pancake. Why don't you,
Hi.
let's have you go and start us out.
Hello, guys. I am Pancake. I am playing Kiun, a wrestler that hails from the Great Omashu, as you can tell from my awesome background that I set up like an hour ago.
Woo!
And look at me. A great wrestler, loud, arrogant, a little bit on the cocky side. I'm just playing an annoying guy. That's really all I can say.
Just playing an annoying guy?
I'm just playing the annoying guy.
I mean, way to
Everybody
step
has to have
outside of your normal wheelhouse, man. Good on you.
Yeah, no. I'm just annoying in general.
All right, well, let's turn it over to Miss Hina. Hina, how you doing, girl? We can't hear you. Now we can.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
All right. Hello. I am playing Sakari. I am a Foggy Swamp Water Tribe waterbender. I think I'm a little bit older than everybody else, but not by a lot, just by like a year or two. So I've got kind of that like big sister kind of motherly vibe going on. Very, very sweet, very kind, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But with a little bit of spice at the end.
Just a wee bit? Just a wee bit of spice?
Just a wee bit of spice.
The spice melange. Yeah, we do have that movie coming up here soon, everybody. For anyone that's a fan of Dune. Alright, so next up, let's see. That would be... let's go to Justice first, since you're one of our regulars, and then we'll get to our two guests. So, Justice, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I play Raina, a little bit mixed heritage firebender. She's rebellious, kind of takes charge, is generally in the situations, but does have a heart of gold. It's just you gotta dig for it a little bit.
Thank you, Toxic Shrooms, by the way, for giving us that follow. And anyone else that's watching that hasn't followed us already, pitter patter there, buddy. Why aren't you showing that support? All right, so first of our guests, let's throw it over to Mr. Cory, because Ben, he's going to have other stuff to talk about other than just himself.
Perfect. I'm Cory. I am playing Garrick. Garrick is a 30-something, down on his luck, but hopeful technologist. He's an inventor, and he wants to kind of create an even playing field between the non-benders and the benders.
Nice. It's definitely something that isn't hit on nearly as much in the original Avatar series. That was more of a... definitely touched on a lot more in the Legend of Korra series. So it's kind of fun to have that, thing touched on in the first series. So let's turn it over to Ben! Mount 15!
Yes. Hey everybody, my name's Ben. I am the founder and CEO of Artificer Alley. I am playing Mao. He is in his early to mid 70s. He is a non-bender, and he could not do hardly anything if it wasn't for his pet badger mole, who is the power behind the man.
Alright.
Yeah, he is fun as can be.
Alright. And so we do have some people that are helping us out with setting this whole big production up. Since you're not here for every episode, but since you are the owner and creator of Artificer Alley, why don't you go ahead and give them all a shout out that just so they can actually hear it from from the mouth of the man that's making all of this happen.
Well, thank you for that. But we couldn't be doing this without you guys, and we greatly appreciate it. That goes for you, everyone here for this stream, everyone playing in the stream. Big shout out goes to Magpie Games. We have some goodies from them on the way to hopefully be able to see about doing some giveaways. Definitely keep your eyes and ears open for that. Uncle Iroh's Adventures Guide is still on pre-sale. So pre-order your copies today. I think it's going through till the end of the month. Big shout out goes to our sponsor, House of Games. They are our friendly local game store here in Greenville. They currently stock Avatar Legends products, Warhammer, a bunch of other stuff. Once again, we'll have a discount code for them at the break. So stick around for that, and we'll make sure not to give it out too early this time. Big thank you goes out to Eli Berney, who I hope he sees that we spelled his name right this time. He has done all the incredible character artwork, the thumbnails, everything that we've seen. Like his work has been absolutely incredible, and we cannot thank him enough for his continued support. Be sure to be sure to check him out on Instagram. Check out his art, give him a follow. Hopefully we'll see more of his work soon. Our music, thank you to Lexan Music for all the music he's allowed us to use. You can check out his link that we have set up. Let's see, what else? Is there anything else you can think of, dude?
One second. I'm going to switch it over to me today because you might face while I'm talking. All right. So, also, if you go and do a pre-order with Magpie Games for the Uncle Iroh set, you are going to be getting what I incorrectly said the last few times, a Appa dice tray for the pre-order. So if you're, wanting a little something extra and a little incentive of, do I want to buy it now or do I want to wait? Well, if you want a cute little Appa dice tray, you got to go and get that pre-order. But that's the only other thing I can think of off of what you were saying. And for anyone that doesn't know, I am Rune. I also work at Artificer Alley. I make this stuff. And I'm also the creator of another one of our things that's going to be launching. A lot of other stuff outside of the tabletop things, Inner Geekdom. So if you are a nerd outside of just tabletop gaming, we're going to have content for you when it comes to that as well. But, everything over here at Artificer is going to be your tabletop stuff. So our easy way of keeping things, divided in a way that, if you're specifically only wanting one type of content, we're going to have you covered on that. And, what was that?
Yes. Speaking of tabletop content, stay tuned. We have a new YouTube channel supposed to be coming out this week. It's supposed to be helping us cover card games and other stuff coming out. Hopefully doing a box break of the new Lorcana set coming out soon, so we can hopefully get that up, let everyone see what's going on with it. I think we're supposed to also be doing a fun little game that our TCG guy does with Magic the Gathering, so we got the new Magic set in, be able to play with that a little bit.
Yep.
And for those of you who care about Yu-Gi-Oh, he has a box of Yu-Gi-Oh he's going to crack as well. I haven't seen Yu-Gi-Oh cards in 20 years, so I have no idea.
Yep.
So TCG stuff's coming up. It's going to be called Name of the Game, and be sure to come check us out. Check out our card game stuff. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, and if you want to hear us talk more about different tabletop gaming stuff, we are also going to tomorrow, on the same place that you're watching us right now, be having a tabletop podcast coming out. That is going to be Mr. Ben leading the charge on that one. I will be a guest this week, but that is going to be his beautiful face taking the charge on that one, so you don't have to see this mug all the time. It's only part-time.
But your mug's going to be there, so
this time. But I'm saying I'm not going to be every week. Every week I won't be on there all the time. Just at least this time.
Okay, I'll remember that next time when we're short somebody, and I will come kidnap you.
Right? I mean, I don't mind stepping in. It's just it doesn't always have to be me. All right, so going into last week, does anyone want to take the reins and kind of give us a little bit of a synopsis of what happened last week? If anyone wants to try and condense it down in a way that you remember it, at least, because that's kind of the fun of it, is everyone remembers the events differently.
All I remember is that Sakari has gay dice for Valentine's Day. That's all I heard.
She do indeed have gay dice for Valentine's Day. For anyone that watched on the last episode, that was our first big announcement, that these are her gay dice.
They're rainbow rainbow dice. It's a whole set.
Nice.
Besides,
Okay.
I have different ones this time.
So,
Oh.
if none of you guys want to take the reins, I'm happy to take the reins up on that one. All right, so last time, after breaking out of the Fire Nation stronghold that they were going to try and collect a little bit of information from, they were separated from their buddy Mao and had traveled down to a small port village to deliver some medicine supplies that they were supposed to be smuggling. And while they were there, they met the inventor Garrick, who was having a little bit of a trouble with one of the elders of the area, not too big of a fan of what he was bringing to the village. And then some savory fellows that you met out on the road came looking for you and started messing with young Garrick as well. And so you guys ended up having a good old fun time dealing with this guys until you seen a ship going along that had prisoners on it. And after a hot tip from your friend Garrick, they all went out and went to that ship to go and see exactly who might be on that ship and who might be in there. Than Mr. Mao 15 himself being interrogated by Poe. Someone who they thought up to this point was an ally. So, we start out this session after that big reveal, because who doesn't love a cliffhanger after each episode? I know, right? What's going to be the one for this episode? Or will there be one? Will that be the cliffhanger? That there's no cliffhanger? I know, right? So we are starting out. You guys are floating alongside a Fire Nation ship that is towering huge. The only thing that you could see on the side of it was that small window that you guys were able to go up to. Elsewise, it looks like the only way to really get on there is going to be to go to the top deck. So you guys are in a small ship floating alongside it that's being pulled by a vine that Miss Sakari went and attached to the boat. What are you guys going to do now that you are back down on the ship after getting this news? How's that for a recap?
Pretty good.
I give that a recap at 10 out of 10.
Ooh, all right.
Good
I
in my
wasn't
book.
listening. Could you do it again?
Exactly the same note. Not even close. Okay.
Huh. Okay, so we have to get onto the ship.
Yes.
God, I never would have thought Poe would do something like this.
To be fair, you knew him for like a whole 10 minutes.
Don't trust everyone.
I'm trying. It's hard.
Trust no one.
It's so hard.
It was nicer than the cat.
Now,
I didn't
ain't
even trust
nobody
the cat.
nicer than the kitties.
But the cat was mean to me.
Animals are better than people.
Okay, Garrick. While I'm trying not to, puke my brains out over this boat, do you have some kind of device that could possibly get us in the ship, side of the ship? It's a long shot. Long shot, but asking.
I might have a device that could get us up onto the top deck. I don't know.
Okay, but not like inside the side, through the side. Okay, got it. Well, it's that.
Going through solid steel is a little bit hard for this era still.
Yeah.
The vines are still here. I still got them. We're still good. But maybe there's a plan A to that.
So the vines
Set up
are
plan
attached
B.
to the ship. How?
She's
I can't quite recall.
she's just attached them up to one of the sides. There's like things that you could potentially grab onto. There's just no real openings outside of just that one small window that when Raina was looking through it, you could definitely not slip through there. Like, it's pretty small. Hey, thank you very much for the follow. We just got another follower. Look at that. Multiple followers today. Woo!
Look at us go.
Haji Hunter Original. Very nice. All right, so yeah, so it's a little bit too small of a window for you guys to be able to get in there.
Thank you.
Yeah. I assume the window is some sort of glass or something.
Oh no! It's just small. It wasn't really intended as a window. It's more of like an exhaust that she was able to see through.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because with this ship, you definitely see it like towering over the top of it. There's almost like a tower towards the back of the ship where there's just smokestacks barreling out of the top of it. So you imagine that they have those along the side just so that much accumulation doesn't happen on the inside of it.
So question, is Mao currently just getting interrogated or is he getting tortured and interrogated?
He looks pretty roughed up, but you did not see him currently being hurt in any way. Nah, yeah.
So we're not we're not on a huge time crunch that we can try to be sneaky.
Yeah, exactly.
And just, barrel ourselves through. Okay.
No,
okay.
He's 75. He can take it.
Right, he can totally take it. He's good, right?
Oh my God. He can't take it.
He can't
He's
take
an
it.
old man.
He thinks
got
he can
this.
take it. He can't.
Listen.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, what's the? Let's assume that we can break Mao out and get him off of this barge. What are we doing then?
I'm
And as far
assuming
into the other
we're
direction as we
taking
can.
your boat back.
Whoosh.
Okay.
He might be out one boat. I mean, you might want to keep it attached just in case you need to make a speedy getaway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, are there any ropes or anything that we could potentially tie this boat to the big boat?
Wouldn't you have had a rope that was already
Well,
tied to the boat?
I mean, ropes on the big vessel
Oh.
that we can attach to.
Vines.
Well, we do have vines, apparently.
Yeah, you do have a vine that's attached to the side of it, though. But as you're looking along the sides of it, you're really not seeing a whole lot of anything dangling. You can see some ropes that are up, above the main deck. Yeah, but anything coming off the side, not really. But it's just looking like her vine is able to get enough of a attachment to it, though, so...
Okay.
Yeah, I'm imagining poison ivy, kind of like how it grows on trees.
Right.
Or grows on
right.
things.
Right.
Walls.
Yeah.
Could just kind of adhere to it.
It does that
This is the way.
That little wave. God, I'm getting so much PTSD from dealing with that, but that's a rant for another day. Honestly,
Sorry,
honestly, we could, we could just probably use the vine. If you're okay with maybe sacrificing a vine, cutting it, maybe you can we can use that as a makeshift rope. Because I doubt anyone would be carrying rope on them for any odd particular reason, or there would unless there's just rope in a boat.
Yeah.
I mean, there would be some rope in a boat, yeah.
Have rope in them.
You would have to have a... Yeah.
Locks and stuff.
Yeah, almost there would
Alright.
definitely be some rope in that boat.
Yeah.
Or if someone knows how to do ice, maybe we could hear it. That also would work.
I don't think that's in Sakari's normal range of where she
Yeah,
grew
I
up in a
think so.
more jungle-like area. She would be more plant-based as opposed to ice-based. So
Unfortunately, I haven't quite gotten the hold of the making of ice just yet.
I believe in you.
We're
You can
gonna
get
get there. We're gonna get there one day.
but when you get there, prepare because all of your drinks will be extra frosty.
Whoa.
Hey, hang on, I just gotta do one of these.
I can grab this little toy glass.
We're doing
I mean, if you-
that's great.
If you give me a piece of the rope, I suppose I could climb the vine and tie it
Biggest.
somewhere maybe.
I'll
Yeah.
just give it to you real quick.
I would definitely say it would be something where you would need to rely on your skills and training. But yeah, I think that that is something that you could attempt to do for sure.
Yeah.
Go with focus. Guys,
Continue.
I think somebody else should do it. Unless I am smashing through a wall to tie this rope.
What is it?
Who's the most acrobatic that could probably climb their way up to attach it somewhere reasonable? Because this is going to rely on your skills and training, but it would be someone, outside of just are you, good at whatever the role would be, who's the most, competent probably at climbing?
It's probably me.
It's gonna be me!
I can cline people. I can climb on a person and absolutely
Could
mollywop
give you a
them.
leg up, so.
Phrasing?
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be me because I have the plus to focus.
Perfect. All right. Well, and you're a very like stealthy, kind of person. I'm sure that would mean that you're pretty good at like climbing and parkouring. I could see Raina parkouring around.
Yeah, parkouring and then like being like stealthy about it. Like, I got you.
All right.
Okay,
let's give that a roll.
Okay. I'm gonna have to take a picture of this. I got 2 4s, but I got a +1 of my focus, so that's a 9.
Oh, it's a 9!
Oh my
It's
god.
back!
I mean, I literally have to take a picture.
It's back on the nines! Alright.
It's 2 4s, and I have a +1, so...
Okay, so you are definitely able to you're able to climb up the side and get to the top. It's a bit of a struggle for you, and you latch on and you're starting to tie it off and everything, but then all of a sudden you hear some people up top noticing that you're tying up there, that you're tying something off up there.
Okay, I'm gonna like... Okay, so you saying I noticed him, so I'm already poked up, correct?
Yeah, you were poked up just a little bit enough to go and like tie it off, and like they haven't made a big deal about it, but you notice one of them sees something suspicious and is walking over your way, like something ain't right going on over there. So you have someone that is currently approaching your position.
Okay, so where I'm at, I've already tied it off. Could I shimmy over? Like, would I have had enough time to see like if there's anything to hide behind, like in the vicinity of that side of the vessel?
Assess the situation.
Okay. That's going to be creativity. Okay, +1 to creativity. That is an 11.
Oh! Not only are you able to like shimmy off to a place that you can't be seen, you find a little bit of a divot around the railing to where you're able to like slip your legs up under it and like hold on to where when they look over the side, they don't see anything. Like it's the ship kind of almost like caves in a bit, like it's like a half crescent almost. So where your guys are currently at on the ship, where you're so close to it, when they look down, they're actually not even seeing that you guys are there.
I'm just loving that they're all looking up at me doing this.
Yeah, they're just out there like just like in complete horror of what is going on. Like the fact that you're like first climbing all the way up there, no harness or anything, like you're just like straight, just like bare hands clawing your way up there. All right.
Sure could never.
Oh yeah, it's quite impressive.
I'm straight going up the side of that.
Very impressive indeed. So, all right, so you're currently still like you have yourself braced up there currently. And like I said, that person didn't see anything. They just think that it was probably just his imagination. So, what do you do from there?
So from there, I'm gonna give it a few moments, and then I'm gonna try to peek again and see if the coast is clear.
Okay.
Would that be assess the situation again?
Yes, it would.
Okay. It's another 11.
I mean,
I rolled another 2 5s. I don't know what to. I'm not gonna take a picture.
All right. So when you go and take a peek up top, you see that there's a few. I would say that there's like 3 guards that are pacing, just the top area. You can see the top of the ship, that that tower that we were talking about before, that it lies towards the back of it. You're able to see a good you're able to see a good like layout of that area. There is one guard that is standing in front of there, and while you're looking, you were seeing Poe marching, like walking over to the entrance of there. You see the one that's guarding there salute him, and then he goes inside. So he is currently in that tower. And that's all you're seeing. Nobody sees you. You do see on the opposite side, though, more towards the front of the ship, there is a staircase that goes, what you would assume, to lower decks.
Okay, I am going to do something a little risky. And I'm telling you right now, these rolls are going to bite me later when I need them.
Probably.
I'm going to roll like crap. But what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to signal as I get over the ledge, like just reach my hands out, like the signal to stay, for them to stay. Like, don't follow me up.
Okay.
Just stay where you're at. And I'm going to stealthily try to follow Poe
Mhm.
without being seen by any of the guards or any other people. My companions can decide if they want to follow or what they want to do, but my goal is to try to get Poe out with just me, and me sneak him out versus sending everybody in where we have to fight the whole ship.
So
That is my goal.
So you're trying to follow Poe into the tower area of the ship.
Yeah, like I want to get Mao out. I said Poe. Sorry, I want to get Mao out.
Oh,
sneakily.
so the stair area. Okay.
Yeah. I want to get Mao out sneakily and try to get him on the boat with us instead of trying to fight the whole ship to try to get him out. That is my goal, but like my companions can take my signal however they want. That's up to them.
All right. So So while you are slinking your way onto the ship, you guys do see she's very, very high up there from where you are at right now. So you guys see her doing something with her arms. You're not quite sure what it is. It could very well be stay there, don't come up here, it's dangerous. Or it could mean, hey, they have free food up here if you guys are interested. How do you guys perceive these random hand movements happen before you see her like going onto the main deck of the ship?
What is she doing? What is that? What does that mean? It's like,
Is this normal of her to do?
I mean, normally I forgot to put my voice on, I'm sorry. Normally she, does a lot of weird hand signs. I haven't seen this one.
she is a firebender, but to be fair, we didn't see fire come out this time, so I don't think that's it.
Do we go? Should we stay, or?
Well, she does do a lot of those, the sneaking in and sneaking and around stuff. I'd say let's give her 5 minutes on the water clock, and if we don't see her, then we'll head up after her.
Oh goodness!
Wow, that's a time crunch for me.
Like, hope you can save the world in 5 minutes.
Well, if my thought process is, if we don't see her in 5 minutes,
Okay.
there should
All right.
have been enough time for them to hurt her
I-
in 5 minutes.
I will say this. Who was paying the most attention to her while she was up there? Like, who was... All right, All right, why don't you
Would've been me.
give me an assess the situation.
Assess the situation that uses creativity. Okay. An 8.
An 8. Okay. So, you definitely don't see exactly what she is doing, but you do perceive more that it wasn't a stay there motion. Like, you're not sure what it was, but it seemed like you're thinking that if she probably got onto the ship like that it's a situation where she's trying to, you know, get something done, but she didn't say stay there. You know that much at least. You're just not sure what she said.
I think she wants us just to stay here, but I don't want to blow her cover. Well,
You can send one person up.
You do still have a rope attached.
Yeah.
There is still a rope.
I'm making sure that the rope doesn't move from the ship. I think that we need a super manly person to climb this rope and go after her to make sure that nothing happens to her.
I can't keep
Now,
a straight face
my-
anymore.
I don't know.
Who could that possibly be?
I can't keep a straight face when I get
Now, I wonder
I will
if
do
we-
it.
Oh, you are so you're being so strong for me. All right, I'll make sure nothing happens to the rope so you can get up there nice and safe.
Please make sure nothing happens to the rope. I can't swim.
Oh, absolutely, sugar, you're fine.
Okay, so,
Bless your heart, you'll be fine.
yeah, you rely on your skills and training. Let's see how you do with this. I would say
7.
you are a pro wrestler though, so I mean, I would say that although you are a pro wrestler and although you are quite the athletic lad, you're not used to these heights. So even though you are able to make it to the top, it takes you a good, probably I would say 2 to 3 minutes to get up there because you are very slowly making your way up there and trying not to look down. In fact, I would
I am
say
very scared.
I was about to say, isn't there a condition for that? I believe that we do have an afraid condition.
I do. There is.
Yeah.
-2. It's afraid. -2 to intimidate and call someone out. Shall I mark that?
Yes, you shall.
I shall mark that.
Yep.
I am very
Kinda.
scared.
Trying to make sure that we're incorporating some of those effects more into our game. So yeah, and there are ways to get rid of that, but you do make your way to the top. What do you do once you get to the top? You get up there. You're not seen when you get up there, but there are a few guards that are walking around currently.
Do I see Raina at all?
Do you see Raina? Assess the situation.
Since the situation would be creativity. I believe I've made myself a creative man, if I remember.
Hey, there you go.
It's an 8.
An 8. Okay, so, alright, so you can see Raina, and, she's getting progressively closer to a staircase. But the thing is you're not exactly sure how she got all the way over there without getting seen. To you, this seems like an impossible feat that is definitely outside of your normal wheelhouse. So you could attempt it, but you definitely haven't lost any of your fear at this point. You are still terrified of the situation that you are in. So you have not lost any of your fear or anything. You were still afraid, but you are up there now. So,
I'm gonna out of complete fear. Normally I'd be like, all right, we'll let you do your thing, but out of complete fear, I'm like, I need my friends, and I like peer over the side, and I'm like waving like this.
Like, please, don't make me do it alone.
Oh, okay.
I think that's our cue.
Yeah, I think we should. Let's make sure that everything on the boat is good and tight so that it don't move while we're gone.
You guys are so much nicer players than me, by the way. Because that is 1000% the perfect opportunity to recreate a scene from Team America World Police. For anyone that remembers that movie, when the guy's in the back of the van trying to signal them to, like, help him or whatever, that the mission was blown, and they're like, oh, I think he's making fun of us. I'm that player. You guys are way nicer than me.
Actually, if you would like me to be less nice, would you like me to roll to see if I understand?
Yeah, you could roll for that. Yeah, let's see if if you get really low, then we'll say that you think that he's mocking you.
Was that assess the situation?
Yes.
All right, let me see real quick.
This is...
Okay. So,
Please show me a 12.
Well, that is a 10.
Oh?
That was a 10. Are you okay?
He's so worried right now because you guys are putting him in a situation. His manhood is on the line.
No.
Earthbender don't like water. Water's scary.
It's the heights that are getting you right now.
Obvious enough that I would have known when you've seen him come up.
Alright, so I will say that you've been slinking behind like barrels and like crates and things of that assortment, and if you have looked back occasionally, just because you're making sure that none of the guards have come to your to behind you and everything, and you do see Kiun like over the railing, just kind of like almost like a towel slanked over it, trying to climb himself onto the deck. Like nobody has noticed him doing this yet, but it's almost like a caterpillar just slowly working his way up and then back down the railing.
I'm going to die.
You wouldn't have if I just did my job.
Okay, so yeah, that's what you see back there.
I'm just gonna shake my head but continue doing what I'm doing. Pretend that I'm like, that's not my problem. Mal
Okay.
15.
That's like revolution. So yeah, Sakari, you do understand that from what you're interpreting from what he is doing, not only does he want you to come up there, but you can tell that he is just scared beyond all belief. He is so afraid of the situation that he's in. All the falsified manhood that he likes, the machismo even that he likes to try and have upon his person has completely melted away. And then you remember this is just a young kid that is trying his best to seem impressive, and you guys just sent him up to his death, pretty much.
Oh shit!
Okay, dude, it's like 18, dude. He's like barely there.
Yeah.
I'm like, tell you what, I'm coming. Hang on. I guess we gotta go now. Let me just
Make our way up.
Okay, each of you that is climbing rely on your skills and training.
Alrighty. Let me.
Poor Kiun is having an episode.
Oh no.
If he wasn't a smart, well, I mean, he's not like the brightest. He's like a.
I'll say this: what order do you guys start climbing up, or do you guys both try and attempt to climb it at the same time, or does one go and then the other?
So I'll go first.
Okay.
This is probably not a good idea, but I'm gonna be worried about him since he looks
Okay.
like he's scared to death.
Yeah. What did you get? Snap! You go and try and pull yourself up towards the boat, and all of a sudden, the vine, it seems like it wasn't held up there and supported quite well enough, mostly because it's a vine. It's not like a real rope, and multiple people have tried to go up there, not to mention Kiun was dangling on it for quite some time. So whenever you try and pull yourself up there, you are unable to, and unfortunately, you don't have access to any more plants around you. You are in the water, so you are able to use water for something, but that plant would just so happened to be like an extra one that you kept on yourself in case of emergencies. So, Garrick, you are our inventor. You are our man of many machines. What might you have in mind? Don't forget, you do still have rope for sure also in the boat. If anything else, if anything else doesn't work.
We do. I am going to attempt to use my gauntlet and with one of the vials from Kiun, the earthbender. I'm gonna try to make like a hook out of stone with it, and then we can tie that off on the rope and give it a toss up. Maybe try to make a grappling hook type situation.
All right, that sounds good to me. Yeah, I believe that's also rely on your skills and training. That seems to be the main one that you use in this game a lot of the time for these types of missions. So give me a roll to see how well that one works for you.
I'm
Do that
going
again.
to, in this situation, I'm gonna try to live up to my principle,
Ooh, okay.
because my balance is leaning towards action, and something needs to happen here for us to get up there and save Kiun.
Very true. Okay.
So I'm gonna get a +1 instead of a -1 from focus.
All right.
I got a 9.
Got a 9. Okay, so you were able to craft what you were trying to craft, and you were trying to throw it as well at on the same roll.
Correct. Well,
Okay.
I mean, if that's allowable.
Yeah, I'll allow it. I'll allow it. You were able to craft it, and when you threw it and secured it up there, it attached, but it attached a little bit further back than the other rope was. So once you get up there, you're going to have to have a little bit more distance than the others did to be able to get to those stairs. So you guys are definitely able to go and at least attempt to climb again. You are going to have to, I would say at this point, either rely on skills and training or push your luck. Either one of those, whichever one might work better for you. I'm not sure if they have different roles or not, but I'll let you guys choose which one you would like to use. So whichever order you guys would like to try and find your way up there.
I think.
Before we get started, I'm going to tie the rope off to the boat to give it a little bit more stability.
Okay.
Okay. I think you should go first.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see.
Kiun
Okay,
just having a panic attack.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
try.
I'm
We'll get back to him soon.
on the floor currently.
All right. So how is Garrick looking at it with his climbing skills?
He's had better days at climbing. He was best. He's not a young lad anymore, but he's gonna do what he can do. That is a 5.
A 5. Okay. So you try and grab onto the rope and to make your way up it, but the thing that you weren't anticipating was your gauntlet hand really isn't good for grabbing things that small. Like, it's kind of just slipping right through it, in all honesty. So yeah, you're having a tough time getting up that rope, unfortunately. Sakari, would you like to give it a try before we flash back over to other parties?
So, I was, in fact, so worried about poor Kiun that I forgot to, when I rely on my skills and training, I can rely on my necklace from home and roll with harmony instead of with focus.
Yes.
That was how worried I was about him having that panic attack upstairs. Oh, there goes the dice.
Motherly, the motherly instinct is kicking in.
Kicking in.
That is a 7 by the skin of my teeth.
Okay, so you are able to get up there. It is a very slow climb for you as well, because you were starting to realize you're also not used to this height. It is something you are not a big fan of. Like, you've climbed things before, but you're not used to, like, the waves moving against you and kind of swinging you along while you're going up there. So I will say that you also are going to get the afraid condition. So you make your way to the top, and when you are finally able to look over the side, you look to your left and you see a young Kiun sprawled out, just like hyperventilating, and you're not in much better shape either for what's going on. But you do see that there are some guards that are starting to approach closer to where the stair area is at. To the left of where you're looking, and to the right, you can see that is the tower where the smoke plumes are pouring out of for the ship. That you can see another guard guarding that area. But you do see a young Kiun, and you do see Raina is pretty close to that stair set right now. So how do you respond to the predicament that you are currently in?
So we are basically both having a panic attack. Let me see.
I'm so dead.
I got you, fam.
Well, so to prevent us from getting caught, I'm going to grab Kiun so that he and I are both closer, like a little bit more hidden. And I'm just gonna do one of these, like.
Go to sleep.
Okay, I would say roll guiding comfort.
I don't think I've done that one yet before.
Yeah.
That was harmony. Let's see if I can help us out of this. 7.
A 7. Okay. So, yeah, I will say that Kiun can tell that you're also very afraid right now. But the fact that you put your own fear aside to try and comfort him has removed his fear and made him feel like he needs to step up and help you out. You know, he's gained a little bit back of himself of just being like, okay, I have other people I need to look out for here, because he sees you. You are still afraid, but Kiun, you are cured. If you had gotten above 10, I would have made it where you both lost your afraid status. But I'm going to say that he lost his and now is seeing that he needs to stand up for you. So if you guys would like to take a moment to like give us a little bit of a role play moment from that.
Okay. It's gonna be all right. We're gonna go get Raina, and we're gonna get out of here. A lot of guards over there.
Dead.
We'll be okay.
We're dead. No, we're dead.
It's gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. Look, see, Raina got past all those guards. I think maybe that we can stay behind for just a minute. We'll get our wits back about us. That's a lot of guards over there.
No. Look, if Raina can do it, well, listen, we might not be able to do it. Raina can do it. We gotta put faith. Gotta put faith in Raina. Probably.
We definitely should have been with her earlier.
In Raina We Trust t-shirt sold next week.
In Raina We Trust.
In Raina We Trust. Oh, my voice is back. Oh my god. You are one inspiring woman.
I certainly tried.
I love it. You are one inspiring woman. Thank you, Stephanie, for sharing. Okay, so you guys were on the ship. Let's go over to Raina. Raina, you do see your two companions that are now currently on the ship. They are together, so it brings you a little bit of hope with that they will have a better chance of survival, because at least there's two of them together now. So you're more confident in their chances now that they are both together. How are you going to go about the situation now? You do see that there is a guard that is in a generally close to the stairs you're trying to get to, but he's not like looking directly at him or anything.
Okay. You said not directly looking at the stairs.
Right,
like,
it's just in the general area. You could probably slink by him if you really tried.
As I give the biggest eye roll, because my now two companions, which I told stay there, didn't listen, and now they're having a panic attack, so it's just the biggest eye roll. And are there any like little like kind of like like there's pieces of coal, there's pieces of like trash that hang around and things. Is there anything like within my like vicinity that I could pick up and kind of throw?
Give me a assess the situation.
Okay. That's not as good. That is a 6.
It is a 6.
That is a 6.
So you're not seeing anything that small. That you definitely see some things that you could potentially pick up and throw, but they're not something small that wouldn't feel super obvious of where they're coming from.
Okay, I don't want to use my beads because I don't want to actually raise an alarm. So I am just going to try to sneak, like, time it just right where he's, like, yawning or looking, like, lazily at the distance or scratching his head. Something where I'm timing it where I see him doing something where he's not fully paying attention, and then I'm going to, like, sneak in.
Okay, well, that's definitely a roll. I would say you're pushing your luck on that one. That's okay, more than just your skills and training. Yeah, you're risking it.
Passion. Okay, it's still passion. I've got a +1 to passion. So that is a 6 and a 4 on the die, and then I've got a +1 to passion. So that is 11.
An 11. All right. So yeah, you can describe it how you would like to, of how you go and get past them.
After I give the biggest eye roll. And I do a quick glance to look, don't see any stones. Then I like a small sigh. I'm going to watch him, whatever, he does, like scratch his head or whatever. I'm going to then just like sneak in. You said it was like a door with stairs, correct?
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't say that. It's more of like an opening in the top of the ship that has stairs that lead downward.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I'll go through the opening and then start descending down into, like, because we know where Mao is because we saw it through the little crevice. So I know where he is generally in the general area of the ship. So I'm just going to try to make my way down there.
Okay, so when you get down there, you're able to see that this is more or less the storage and ammunition type of area. There's it doesn't seem to have a whole lot of people in there currently because it's more or less a place where people are going to grab things as needed to bring up top or take downwards. You can tell that it's definitely positioned there so that people can take it to whatever area that they're needing to. So you just see one guard that's kind of just walking around in that area, probably trying to avoid doing any work in all reality.
Okay, so not fully paying attention.
He's not really, he's trying to look busy more than he's actually busy. He has like a notepad in his hand and he's looking like he's inventorying anything, but the closer you look at the notepad, you see he doesn't have anything really written down beyond groceries that he's thinking about getting whenever he gets off of the ship. So yeah, he's skating, for anyone that's in the military or has been in the military, he's skating right now.
So I just have to make it past him through that room, correct?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
If you're
in this room, you said there was ammunition and stuff, correct?
Oh yes, you can see all sorts of strange ammunition that, well, you would be used to it, having grown up. At least you're familiar with the Fire Nation, even though you didn't grow up in the Fire Nation. So you can tell that there is a lot of things that make things go boom even more.
So there's little things of black powder.
Oh yes, definitely.
All right, I'm gonna throw some of those in my pocket as I'm walking by, like sneakily walking by, but like grabbing a few and like just sticking them in my
right. Okay. Yeah, I would say you're good for that. Let's try to rely on your skills and training to see how you get through there.
Okay. Rely on my skills and training, and that is focus. Okay, got +1 focus. All right, that's not as good. That's a 7.
With 7.
1 on the die, 5 on the die, and then a +1.
Okay, so I'll say you're able to slink your way to the other side of the room, stuffing your pockets to little different little trinkets of things that can go boom. And right when you're getting to what you see is there's a door forward and then more stairs that descend into a lower deck. So you have to make that decision. Which way do you want to go? Do you want to go through that door, or would you like to go down the flight of stairs?
I am going to go down the flight of stairs because that would be going where like Mao is down.
Yes,
so
most definitely.
In my head, I'm like, I need to go down. Whatever gets me there, and so I see the stairs. I'm gonna go down.
Okay, so all right. So while you are starting to try and make your way down the stairs, one of the little explosives that you have in your pocket accidentally falls out while you're going down there. So it makes a little bit of a noise, and you quickly try and make your way down. And the little clunk does have that guard being like, "Hey, what was that?" He's not entirely sure what it might be, but he's going to go and look to where that sound came from. But for all he knows, it could have very well just been, somebody stacked things too high and it finally fell down type of thing. So he is moving in your general direction, which means that we are going to turn it back over to what's going on with let's see. What's going on with Garrick? Yeah, Garrick, you're having a tough time down there with this gauntlet. You do see that all of your companions have made their way to the top of the ship.
Garrick notices that his gauntlet's a problem, so he's going to take a little bit of time and remove it. It does take a minute or so to get it on and off.
For sure.
But he's going to do that and then attach it to his belt, hang it from the belt, and then attempt to climb the rope again if he's able.
Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for another attempt.
Okay. Yeah. Here we go. A little bit better.
Oh.
A 7.
A 7. Okay. So yeah, I would say that you are able. Yeah, you're able to make your way up it. It's a slow process. you're having a hard time getting up there because even though you attached the gauntlet to your pants, right? Is that what you said? All right, so you're able to get up there, but that gauntlet's kind of actually heavy, and you keep having to like adjust yourself so your pants won't fall down. So it takes you a little bit longer because you're just sitting there trying not to sag while you're making your way up there. It's not a fear thing for you, but it definitely
it's uncomfortable.
I would say it would even make you a little insecure. Can you mark the insecurity on your on your sheet? You're worried that everyone's gonna see your butt. Like it's a problem, man.
I understand.
So, but when you do make your way to the top, you see Kiun and Sakari like kind of huddled up in a corner behind some crates. You have indeed pulled your pants up by this point, and you're able to see them. They're pretty close to where you're at. They haven't made their way very far, so you could easily group up with them if you would like.
Okay, yeah, I'll approach them and just be like, because I can't see Raina, right?
You cannot. She is currently making her way to the second deck, actually. She says you have 0, 1, 2, so she's on 2.
Okay, so approach Sakari and Kiun and say, where'd Raina go? What's the plan? What are we doing?
Raina she went near the steps, but there's so many guards in between. We don't exactly blend in. There is no way we're gonna be able to get across there to get to her.
Are there guards like on patrol? What's it look like up here?
Yeah, so you're seeing that there are a few, but most of them currently are more towards the rear of the ship, where you see that tower that you would assume is more than likely where the higher-ups that are on this ship are located at. You see that more of the guards over there. Towards the stairs, you're only just seeing one that is kind of pacing along, not like looking at anything in particular, but just kind of at least trying to keep himself somewhat alert to what is happening on the top of the ship.
Okay. If we could kind of pay attention to like any guards that are patrolling like their area, but also I'm gonna try to throw something together to maybe create a distraction.
Okay. Give me an assess the situation so that way we can see what you see where you're currently at.
Okay. That is is that creativity? That is an 8.
An 8. Okay. So you're seeing pretty basic stuff around the ship. You see somebody's Fire Nation helmet that they had taken off and probably forgot on the top deck, like on top of one of the barrels. You're seeing some rope. It looks like somebody has like a bowl of soup that might have also been left there a little bit too long right next to the helmet, because there's no steam coming off of it. So it looks like that guy probably got called to do something and left his lunch there. So that's what you're seeing close to you.
Okay.
So nothing too crazy, but a few items.
Sure. Well, I guess we could try to like toss the helmet or something on the other side of the guard that is the main one that's kind of keeping an eye on everything, and see if we can distract him.
So, are you saying that to them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, good.
It doesn't sound awful, but I don't have any plants left, so I'm not going to be much. There's not a whole lot left I can do.
You have a container to store water?
I have my water bottle right here.
You would definitely know that some of the barrels that are on the top of the ship are just like fresh water instead of salt water, so that way, while people are patrolling towards the top, they can just go and take a little tankard and, refill to make sure, that they're hydrated up there, So yeah, there is water on that top deck though, for sure.
Okay. Oh, alrighty.
Listen,
Oh,
head in the game.
yeah.
We can do this.
Get your head in the
I gotta
game.
Get your head in the game. We can do this. Listen, I've gone up against
Let me do the
worse
short
odds.
button special.
We can do this. Throw the helmet and we'll make a dash.
Well, you do have the water ability there if you're wanting to do anything water-based, though, Sakari. So if you guys wanted to work together, you probably could come up with something if you really wanted.
There's water in the ocean. You could splash some up against the side.
It would be the ship is pretty high up, so being able to use any of the water that is just in the ocean would be a bit much for her at her current skill set. But she could most definitely use the water that is in 3 barrels that are on the main deck.
Make one of the barrels crack a leak, and that would definitely draw some attention as well.
How big of a leak?
Could
Oh, based on the precision, I could probably, just have one of them just go.
Just explode. Oh, you could very well try that. That's very well up your skill set.
But without a reason, they might get a little suspicious. But it would definitely attract attention.
Could you potentially use the water in the barrel to roll it away from, I don't know, the guards and then pop it?
They kind of tip over, roll over towards the guards, and then burst open, so that
Right.
they're all now soaking wet. Yeah, I think that can do that.
Okay, perfect.
Okay,
All
so if you're going to try and do something like that, let's see what we've got. Okay, yeah, let's go with trick. I feel like I don't want to do rely on skills and training all the time, so you're trying to trick them. Let's go for a trick roll with that.
Would that be a me roll?
Yes, it would.
Okay, so let me see. Trick people very often. Alright, it's a 9.
A 9. Okay, so
Return of the 9s.
so you're just trying to distract these guys. You're trying to have it tip over, roll over to them, and then just pop.
Basically as it bumps up against their legs, it pops as though the pressure of just hitting them caused it to burst rather than anything more suspicious.
So you're trying to do something that's non-harmful essentially. So you see 2 guards kind of chit-chatting together. You are able to get this barrel to spin over, roll towards them in what seems to be a pretty natural fashion, and then when it pops, it actually goes in an exploding manner that pushes both of those guards over the side, and all of a sudden you guys just hear the Wilhelm scream.
Well,
You just hear that as they go over the side.
This is our chance.
Oh, bless their hearts. I'm so sorry. I'll pray for you.
I guess we might be going a little louder.
So you guys could take I would just say you guys could definitely sneak down after that display from what's happening, because everyone else that's up on the top deck is trying to deal with whatever there is happening to these 2 guards that just went over the side. So yeah, you guys are able to get down to the lower deck. But when you get down there, you do see that there is one guard that is currently towards another set of stairs that are further down. You're seeing that this is mostly like cargo and ammunition that is kept on this deck. From what you can see in this room, there is a room at the very end that has a door set as well. So what do you guys do when you get down there?
The only way down is to go because the guard is right next to where it goes down to the next deck.
You are correct.
Oh,
3-on-1, we can either take him or we could just try and sneak by.
I mean, this
We
is
are
very
three people.
fair.
Going to dash behind the closest thing that I can hide behind, because I was not expecting him to be there, and he gave my heart a little start since I am still afraid.
I probably should have done something about that.
So, are you guys trying to sneakily do this?
I
So
would
just
say
to
so.
get- Yeah.
Okay, so I would say you were trying to seize a position, which is in your combat exchanges in defend and maneuver, and you roll with focus.
Do we all need to roll, or is it just
Yep.
one of us?
Each of you needs to roll for that one.
I'm
Okay.
going to rely on my trusty talisman for this.
Okay.
I'm a focusful man. I'm not.
Oh no.
That's a 7.
Okay.
I got a 3.
Oof. Okay.
That's rough.
And at a 9.
Okay. So, Sakari is the one that seems to actually be the most hidden out of all of you guys, and the only reason I would say is mostly because Garrick is like pretty much standing, like there's a barrel there, but he's like literally like standing behind the barrel that only goes up to his waist. So he's in a very obvious position right now. If anyone has a cat, it's kind of that thing where the cat will hide its head behind a curtain and think that you can't see it, even though its entire body is exposed. It's a situation
Okay.
kind of like that going on right now. But the guard still doesn't quite see you guys right now. You're just in positions where, Sakari, you're easily the closest and the most hidden. Kiun, I would say that you're not hidden per se, as much as you're trying to get the high ground and climbing on top of more cargo just in case you need to jump off on this guy. So you're making your way up there, and I will say that you guys are able to. I'm going to give you guys one more opportunity to do one more thing with this individual before we go on our break. So we'll start it out with Sakari. You are the closest. Is there an action you would like to take against this individual that is currently distracted?
He is next to the stairs. Do I think I'd be able to take a small item nearby, kind of like Raina did earlier,
Mhm.
even if I didn't see it? I still remember.
Mhm.
Take like a small item and chuck it in an area of the room that we are not in to make him go look over there.
It's gonna be really difficult since there's 3 of you in here in different positions of stealth.
Okay.
I would say you would really be pushing your luck on that one. If you want to, I would say you can roll push your luck, because it's not a skill thing at this point. Like, you're really risking it for the biscuit, you know? Like
I think that's a good idea. No. I'm caught between us sneaking by and me holding him in place so Kiun can just absolutely mollywop him by just.
okay, if you want to do that, you could use a help action.
I would like to assist Kiun in whatever he would like to do.
Okay,
Which could possibly include making sure that this guy doesn't move.
Yeah, okay, so this is going to make it where you have to mark 1 fatigue.
Okay.
But you are ready right now to try and basically do something loud and boisterous the second that you see Kiun in position. So Kiun, you're about to lay the smackdown on this guy. You're currently on top of a bunch of boxes, about to go and show people the true wings of Omashu. What do you do in this situation?
Well, I'm gonna be like, you know, like the Spider-Man pose, where he's like hanging off the wall.
Oh yeah.
He's essentially like doing that, and he's like, and from the top rope, and he like leaps, and he looks Well, he does what in his mind what he assumes to be graceful, but also not trying to, like, hit his head on a steel pipe in the ceiling. But he jumps as if he's, like, spreading his wings, and then absolutely, like, elbow dives this poor soul.
Okay, so, yeah, you're definitely going to be able to do that. Why don't you give me a roll? It would probably be in one of your combat actions. I would say maybe it's a strike or
It
a
would
smash.
be strike, I would say.
Strike or smash. I would say either one really works.
Probably strike. Smash is more environmental.
Okay, yeah, totally.
As much as I want to blow up a barrel, I don't think this is the time.
Okay, well, don't forget, you get to roll with 1 extra point on this because of Sakari assisting you in this. So why don't you give us a roll for how that's going to go?
Alright. I just get a +1, or I get...
You get a +1 plus whatever you would normally get for your strike.
Okay.
So roll with passion, and then add an extra 1 with it for the help action.
Well, thank you. 3 + 3 is 6, +2 is 8, +1 is 9.
Okay.
That's math for you, baby.
All right. So, all right. Let's see. How do we want to play this one out? All right. So, Sakari, what do you do to distract this guard so that way he is not paying attention when Kiun lays the smack down?
I am going to gonna trip over one of the ammunition boxes and land face first on the floor.
Just to smack. Okay. So yeah, you go smack face first right into the floor, and the guard
Right
looks
in plain
over.
view.
Yeah, and then this guard looks over confused, like, "Hey, what are you doing down here?" And then out of nowhere, you see this Kiun go jumping off the side of these boxes and just like tackle right over, like elbow right into this guard. He is currently there is a status for this. I was just saying that would work best for it. We're gonna say that he is currently stunned. The individual, but I'm gonna say Kiun, you're also currently stunned. You're both like having to take a turn basically to recompose yourself after what you just did, but you do have your friends that are currently in there. One Sakari face first on the ground, and Garrick, you don't feel the need to hide behind this barrel anymore. How would you respond to this happening?
Garrick's gonna charge and try to like knock the guy into the wall.
Oh, he's currently on the ground.
Oh,
yeah, him and Kiun are
I guess
kind of on a
restrain
pile
him.
of each other.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just go in and just try to help restrain this guard. I don't necessarily want to,
Doggy
murder
pile.
anyone.
Yeah, I'll say you really don't even have an issue with it. You are pretty easily able to tackle this and, well, not tackle him, but like hold him down and rope him off and tie him up. You gagged his mouth and everything, so he doesn't seem to be much of a problem. I'm assuming you guys are gonna go and like put him behind like some of the cargo so nobody will notice him for a while.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So with that, we're going to take us a quick little 5-minute break. I know that we're probably running a little bit over today. Does anyone have anything that they need to get to just in case we run a little bit over?
No, I'm good.
Not particularly, but the sooner the better.
Okay, cool. All right, so meet back here in 5 minutes, everyone.
Bye.
Will do.
we back, everybody! Woo! We hope you didn't, miss us too much. But we tried to get back as quickly as we could. Before we get back to the story, we're going to take just a quick second to pass it over to Ben so he can give a shout out to all of our sponsors once more. Ben!
Yes. Thank you so much to Magpie Games once again for sponsoring this stream of Avatar Legends. If you guys do like the game, if you like the system, if you want to check it out yourself, check out House of Games because they have the product. And also, we have a discount code for House of Games. The discount code this time is Garrick15.
Garrick15!
Yeah.
Eric
So
15.
we will make sure we get that typed in chat properly so that everyone has the spelling. Please go check out the link to houseofgames.store. They've been helping us out a lot. Yet once again, thank you to Magpie Games. We're looking forward to getting our hands on the starter sets so we can try to get some of them out to our community, give them away on stream. Everything's been great. Another big shout out to Eli. Thank you again for the fantastic art. My Badger Mole has never looked better. And thank you again to Lexington Music. Everything's been great. We do have to do that disclaimer thing because there's a disclaimer thing that we have to do.
Yeah.
For legal reasons, talking about how Avatar and all original characters and content are properties of Nickelodeon and Viacom, and everything that you see here is non-canon. So this is like Sokka drinking the cactus juice. So there's that. So have fun.
All right, so where we left off, they had just restrained a guard on the first deck, and Raina, you are currently slinking your way down. I would say you're about midway through the second deck now that you have found that it seems that this area is being used mostly for interrogation. There's a door that you keep seeing different prisoners being led in and then out of and then back into a room that you would assume is probably the main holding for the prisoners right now. And it has been, I would say, a good 30 minutes since you originally seen Mao. So you have not seen him go in and out of here. You would probably assume he is put back in main holding at this point.
Okay, so he would be put back in main holding, and I'm kind of seeing where people are coming from like this main holding area.
Yes, you do.
Okay. So I'm gonna. There's no guards like hanging out in that area, right? Like you said, they were just like bringing people in.
Yeah, you're not seeing like anyone like particularly standing guard. They're just taking people back and forth.
Okay, I'm gonna like time it where like I see someone they've brought somebody into the room, which I'm assuming that's gonna take a minute because they're doing whatever they are with that person in that room.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna sneak in and locate Mao.
Okay. So, you're able to slink your way in there, and right when you're going down in there, Kiun, Sakari, and Garrick, you guys are just now really getting down to that deck. You haven't quite figured out the layout of how they're taking people into that room, and you haven't quite figured that much out yet. How do you guys probably respond to getting to the deck below? You just see pretty much a long hallway with a door to the left and then a door at the very end of it that you just kind of see shutting right when you guys are getting down there.
So, who wants to play rock, paper, scissors and decide which door to go through?
I think that we should listen to the doors to see what we can hear coming out of each one to determine which door we go into.
You're no
Good
fun.
idea.
That way, just
Both
in
of
case.
you are no fun.
Well, we just had that run in back there. You got to use your fun, fancy wrestling moves. But maybe we should wait to use the next set of your fancy wrestling moves until we find Raina. That way, in case she needs some of your fancy wrestling moves to get her out of a tight spot, you've still got some that you haven't used yet today.
Yes. You make very wise points.
In the chat, they're saying choose a random one. just go for it.
Yeah.
See,
I mean, if we're gonna do a
Person
random
you-
one, I'd go with the one where the door just closed. Well, no, because somebody just went in there. We don't know who it was.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
We'll listen. I think we should listen.
Yeah, that's the right play.
Okay. So you guys are gonna stay back a little bit and observe. Is basically what you're wanting to do. Okay. Well, if you guys are going to stay back and observe, let's go over to what Raina is doing. Then while you guys are doing that, Raina, you assess the situation for me.
Okay, assess the situation. Creativity. That is an 11 on the die, a 5 and a 6, and then I've got a +1, so that is a 12. I can't math. Yes, 12.
All right, a 12. All right, and so you're seeing when you walk into there that there is a area that has like bars running alongside one of it. When you look inside of it, you can see Mao and 3 other Earth Nation people that are in there. They look, all 3 of them look pretty young, like, you know, they might have just talked back or something to someone in the Fire Nation, and they're pushing to like have these guys locked up over something as simple as that. But you see Mao in there. Mao, how you're pretty battered at this point. And I will say this is the first that you see of these jail cells. You see that there is another one further down to the right as well. But you see that the guard that is currently in there is he's eating lunch. He's sitting at a desk and he's just currently eating. So how do you respond to seeing that? And Mao, you definitely see Raina when she walks in there.
So I see Raina walk in and I see the guard eating lunch. Okay. As I see her, I try to keep a straight face. My balance is a bit shifted right now. My confidence is shaken, so I'm leaning more towards loyalty.
Okay.
Right now, I'm just because I'm worried about Bougie. I'm all alone, and so when I see her, I try to pretend like I didn't, while maintaining eye contact to make sure she sees that I recognize her.
Okay. Yeah, we're having that weird delay thing again. I don't know why. I know it's like on my end, but for some reason it's only yours that's having a hard time keeping synced. Oh well, we'll just have to keep playing. Yeah, Raina, you definitely see that he notices you when you're in there. That guard is currently distracted. You do hear a strange noise coming from the other jail cell, though.
A strange noise. What is it, like human or animal strange?
It sounds more animal to you.
Okay. See, my first thought is my priority is Mao, but understanding that Mao has an animal and the guard is distracted, I'm going to quickly just see what is in that cell, and if it's a concern of mine, then I'll take care of it, but I'm gonna quickly go see.
Okay, push your luck.
I'm gonna nod at him, I'm just gonna nod that, I acknowledge him, and then go push my luck. Okay, it's passion. Go +1 passion. So that's a 5 and a 3 on the die, and I got a +1, so that's a 9.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that you are able to make your way over there. But when you get to the cell, you are let's see, what shall we say? Let's say that you are troubled. Yeah. So -2 to your plead and rely on your rely on your skills of training, because you see Bougie in there, and Bougie is not in a state that looks very happy, scared, like terrified, because Bougie has no ground to be able to feel where they're at. So even though Madrimals are blind, they usually have that connection to the earth to still be able to feel out their situation. So
Okay.
Bougie feels like, they're just floating in an infinite nothingness right now.
So, with me seeing Bougie's state, but I know that it's Bougie, I'm gonna return back to Mao. Am I able to get in that cell with him easily, or I'm gonna have to do something?
You would definitely have to try something. The cell is very much locked.
Okay. If the cell is locked, I wonder how long it would take me to heat up the lock.
I feel like that would be something that would probably more than likely alert the guard. I mean, you could do it
Okay.
if you had your friends there with you, probably, so that way they could deal with the guard while you're doing it. But you would know that if you just tried to do that outright, that more than likely that guard is going to see what you're doing.
Do I
Hey, Rune?
see?
Yes.
I got a question.
Yes.
Poe would have known about my peg leg storing all kinds of supplies and stuff. Did he take my peg leg?
Did he take your peg leg? I don't think that he did, in all honesty.
Okay. Because I knew if he did, there was like lockpicks and crap in there, so I didn't know.
Oh yeah. So I don't think he took your leg, because this is all happening pretty quickly. So this is something that they're probably going to try and take from you once you're processed at the jail.
Okay, so you have your peg leg. I don't know it's got stuff in it though. So like I am going to like jiggle the lock, realize that it's locked. So I'm assuming Mal is watching me do this.
Very much so, yes. Like a hawk.
So I'm jiggling. I see that it's locked. I don't have lockpicks on me, so I am going to look over and see if the guard has the keys on his person's visible or around.
Yeah, assess for me.
Assess. That is, what is that? Creativity. That's a 3. That's 3 ones.
Okay, so yeah, you are having a hard time seeing to that side of the room right now. You can't see anything descriptive on this guy of what he might have on him, like at all.
Okay, at that point, I'm going to signal to Mal to come here, like so we can talk quietly.
All right, so yeah, you definitely see that now.
Okay, so I can move. I can walk around, slide around on the floor, whatever. Okay, so I want to go over to the cell door. Just shuffle, just trying to get comfortable, but trying not to draw too much attention. Would I need to roll something for that?
No, I'd say you're good.
Okay. I just ease my back against the cell door, and that's where I can try to hear her.
Yeah.
And whisper back and forth.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing here?
Here to get you out, okay? There is a problem. I don't see keys. The door is locked. I can get the door unlocked, but it is going to alert the guard that I'm here. Bougie is in the cell over. Bougie's freaking out. I think Bougie needs you to get her out, because if not, I think she might try to eat me. So so I'm gonna get you out. I can make the lock, I can heat the lock or make it go boom, either one. However, it will cause a problem.
Okay. So you said I still have my peg leg?
Yes.
Can I attempt to just like stretch and push the peg leg through the cell doors? Through the bars?
Yeah, push your luck. Because that sounds like something that could cause some noise.
Okay. Oh no, that's with passion.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, let's see.
Passionate man.
It's too late. He's already proclaimed it.
I have. Oh no, and I have a -1 to passion.
Oh, buddy.
Oh yeah. I rolled a total of 4 on the dice, so it's a 3.
Wow. So you start to try and you remove your peg leg, and you're starting to try and push it through, and you just immediately just smack it right into one of the bars, and the guard immediately looks over and sees Raina, hand extended, ready to go and retrieve this peg leg from Mao. You guys in the other room, also, this is a very loud bang that just happened. You just hear the big boom, almost like a bell was rang.
Immediately just shoot a blast of fire over at like just a kind of like a fireball, but not like, you know what I'm saying, like a blast of fire.
You're trying to pressure him, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm trying to just get him like where he's like kind of like, oh, like, I mean, he's already startled, so like I want to make him where he's like completely thrown off of his axis.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. There's a role in attack, advance and attack called pressure. You're trying to intimidate him. Yeah. So roll with passion.
Yeah. Roll with passion. Okay. All right, that is a 7.
A 7. Okay, so he's also a firebender. So although you go and strike out at him, it makes him step back. But he's not that intimidated. This isn't his first time in a fight. So although he is stunned for a second here, you can see that he is also going to start walking your way. How do you guys react to hearing that sound?
Oh man,
You're just hauling.
I am hauling ass. I heard that bang. I'm like, in my head, that's got to be Raina, because there's no other reason for something to be going weird in here other than that.
Okay. Kiun and Garrick, how do you guys respond? Do you follow?
I am gonna follow. I'm gonna also be trying to slip my gauntlet back on.
Totally.
But we'll see if that works.
And Kiun?
I shall also follow.
Okay, so you guys
Kiun is ready.
You guys start rushing towards that door as you like almost instantly when you guys hear the sound, you're like, oh, something's happening. We gotta go. So you guys start rushing towards it. Almost simultaneously at the same time, you see the door to the left of you opening up, and you see 2 guards stepping out to also see what in the world is happening over in this room. So I would say, Sakari, you're already at the door, but at Garrick and Kiun, you guys are almost right where these 2 guards stepped out from. So, how do you guys take this situation upon yourselves?
Punch him.
Yeah, I'll probably shift and engage these 2 guards since we don't want them behind us.
Sounds
right,
perfect.
Kiun? Let's get them.
Keep going.
Get them.
Or we can keep going.
Well, no, I'm gonna keep going while y'all are doing that.
I will say that you guys. All right, so yeah, Sakari, you can continue going forward. I would say that you guys do have the element of surprise, since they didn't know there was going to be somebody like right when they walked out of the door. So yeah, I'll allow you guys to have one action before you guys would be engaged in a combat exchange with them.
Eric, take the floor.
If I have my gauntlet on, I am going to kind of like flick out some like muddy substance that was created from the elements that I'm borrowing from the other people, and it's going to entangle the furthest guard back and trap them, or potentially trap them for 2 turns.
Okay. So that's an ability that you're talking about.
Yeah. Sorry, it's advanced. Or I guess we have to go into combat, right?
Yeah. Well, you're in combat, so you can very much use that if you would like.
Okay. Yeah, it's just an advance and attack ability.
Totally. Go for it.
Okay. I got... It's passion, right? I got a 9.
9. Okay. So you basically like let loose this strange like muddy like substance from your gauntlet. One of the guards is immediately just like stuck to the ground, unable to move whatsoever, but the other one sees it kind of coming and jumps out of the way. Kiun, you see this all unfolding up, so you're able to respond to what just happened if you would like. You see this one guard like stepping to the side and avoiding the sticky substance that Garrick has just presented to the battlefield.
Gross.
Approximately how close is the guard to said sticky substance?
I would say that
The one that dodged.
About 2 feet.
By 2 feet?
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is an earthbending distance, because I could hypothetically earthbend that mud.
Yes, you would, I would say, be able to earthbend that mud. It's not going to give you a whole lot that you can do, but get creative with it. I would say that it's probably, I'm trying to think like about a
glove?
water balloon's amount.
That sounds like a boxing glove to me.
Harden the mud on my hand. What I was gonna try and do, I was gonna because I kind of built Kiun around just literally like beating people up. I guess I could pressure him.
You could if that's what you would like to do.
No, I'm gonna keep my element of surprise and just get a good clean strike. I'm gonna form this water balloon of mud, and I'm gonna like swipe it kind of like under his feet to kind of trip him up, and then just try and absolutely like punch him into the ground, just like a clean like one off the feet, two in the ground. That's what we'll call it.
Okay. Yeah, give me a roll for that. It seemed like you had one in mind already.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be striking again.
Okay.
I know I'm very boring. I'm like a fighter.
Oh, it's quite
cool.
alright. This is a game that's all about your descriptions. It's as interesting as you describe it.
Roll with passion. Hold on. That's an 11.
So yeah, you describe to us how it goes then.
All right. So essentially, wrestling. I'm gonna preface this with awesome wrestling lore really quickly.
Okay.
Wrestling is obviously meant to look very brutal, but obviously it doesn't hurt the person that much. Kiun tries to make it hurt, but he still doesn't know what he's doing entirely. So when he does go for the sweep, but he does it like whether it be physically or unintentionally, he does sweep him like a bit too far. So when he does punch down, it looks like it was like an absolutely like forceful punch that should leave the man with like absolutely winded on the floor, but in reality it was like, I don't know, a nice slap on the cheek.
Yeah. He's definitely subdued.
Absolutely.
So you guys definitely have both of them down. And Sakari, you're able to walk through the door, no problem. You're able to get in there. But when you walk in, you see a fire fight currently going on between Raina and a guard, and you do see a Mr. Mao behind some bars there. We can't hear you.
Okay.
There you go.
So, I am going to, I'm gonna use some of the water that I have in my water bottle to wrap around his ankle and try to yank him onto his butt.
Okay.
Essentially, I want to make him like trip, fall, something to put him at a disadvantage so that Raina can get the upper hand.
So you were trying to hinder them. That would be clear 1 fatigue and roll with creativity or harmony.
Okay.
12. Okay.
Crazy.
2 5s, and I have a +2 to harmony.
So you are able to like whip out that water right under him, flip him up, and then he actually smacks his head. He's out. He got laid out. Like he wasn't even paying attention because he was so focused on this fight with Raina. He didn't even observe you walking in there and knocking him right on his butt. So he's knocked out right now. You have two guards that are stuck in the other room, and you have one knocked out guard in here, and a Mao and a Bougie also currently locked up in the cells. So how do you guys going to take hold of this situation that is currently going very well in your favor?
As he gets knocked out, I'm gonna like reach down on his person to get the keys off of him, and then just like look back at Sakari and just be like, "For once, I am so glad you didn't listen to me."
I didn't, honey. We could not see you from where we were. All we saw was like I saw you waving your hand. We didn't know if that meant stay put or come with me.
Well, I'm glad you came with me, okay? You gotta grab the keys and I'm gonna go unlock Mal's cell.
Nobody messes with you.
Okay,
Not
so,
on my watch.
so you're a free man again, Mao, and so is Bougie.
Wonderful. I'm going to attempt to put my peg leg back on. And I'm like, well done, Puddles. Why couldn't Matchstick do that? I don't get it. Okay.
Maybe
Thank you,
this
though. Thank you. And just waddles out. And as soon as he sees Bougie, he like single man tier and waddles up and just like hugs him or hugs her and then tries to get on her back so he can try to help like guide her out by like pulling and like almost like riding a horse. And so
I will
because I can't do anything and she is all my muscle.
say this, Mao.
So,
They didn't
Sakari,
take
we
your
got a little
peg
bit of a
leg from
problem.
you, but they did take that strange
Mhm.
cylindrical
is,
puzzle that you have, and then you know that it is in the other room.
Okay, like across the hall or
Yeah, that room that you were being interrogated in before.
okay. Alrighty. We gotta go to where they beat their guests. And
Beat
there's
our
something we
guests,
have to
beat
get.
our guests, make them bloody like all the rest.
No. Oh,
Nice.
so Poe? So Poe?
Yeah. What
Yeah,
about
Poe's
it?
a problem.
We saw what he did to you.
Technically,
Yeah.
Raina did.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw what he did.
Yeah, we are no longer
I saw what he
friends.
did to you.
I don't.
Sounds like he was never your friend to begin with.
Yeah, he was jealous of Bougie. I get it. It's
Anyone's jealous of Bougie.
Everyone.
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
see that.
I pet the badger mold, just saying anything I can to attempt to calm her down to hopefully attempt to remove the afraid condition from her.
Okay.
Just doing everything I can to try to calm her down.
Yeah, I would say since it's you, yeah, give us a guide and comfort, but more than likely, yeah, I would say that she'll be good. But give us a roll for it, just to be
Guide and
safe.
comfort. That is harmony. Oh no. That is a 6.
Ooh, yeah, like even with your familiarity with Bougie, they're not having a good time. So you're able to get Bougie to go with you, but calm is not on the menu.
Yeah. I try to guide her through knowing she's blind, just like almost like working like a forklift, I guess. Just like holding her fur and just telling her which way. It's Ratatouille. And
Okay.
so
you guys see Mao, Bougie, Raina, and Sakari walking out of that door. When you guys walk out into the room from before, you do see two guards that are currently in a very curious situation. And also the 3 Earth Nation prisoners are you guys also letting them go?
I mean, yeah, we didn't. I think we just like ignored them mostly.
Right. Well, they're trailing behind mostly, just assuming that they get to go with you, but they're not 100% sure.
Raina would have just ignored them, like they didn't exist.
All right,
Her mission was Mal.
make sure you stay close because if you fall behind, we're not gonna have time to come get you.
Oh, you just
Let's
see
go.
one of them over there. It's like, oh, thank goodness you guys came to save us. They locked me up in here for jaywalking.
is that
What?
it? And I hold up a peg leg. Just
Yes,
What's
that was it.
jaywalking?
That's where you walk, and then you immediately start to make like a strange turn, like a J. You're walking in a J type formation. Apparently, they didn't like that. It threw them off a bit.
So, guys, we still have to get out of here. Are you helpful in a fight?
Not much of a fighter, to be honest with you. More of a walker.
do I still have the fish in my pocket or did they take it?
Oh, that fish is very much gone right now. Yeah, you do not have your fish anymore.
Dang it. We have to equip them with something. I don't know.
It's honestly, they can just be distraction bait.
That's what we do. We sacrifice innocence. Can you bend? Can you do anything?
I'm sorry, we're just common folk. None of us are vendors. So we were all just arrested for really, really goofy laws. I don't really quite
Very-
understand the Fire Nation.
This is a huge
Yep.
waste of
Me too.
source of-
They all had ice cream in your
Understand.
back pocket.
Like, what
Okay.
is ice cream?
So,
It's
So,
where you
uh,
scream because it's so cold.
Oh,
who's
God,
the dude?
thankfully
Who's the
I
dude
live
with
in a
the
part of the
goggles and
nation
the
that
big
doesn't do
fist?
What was that? Oh, yeah.
She's like sniffing around and finds Garrick, and does like Garrick smell like grease and oil and working on stuff? Does it smell just like
Yeah.
almost like a mechanic shop?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
he does.
Bougie is like straight up sniffing, like trying to figure out who you are, and I'm like, who's the dude with the goggles and the glove? Who this dude is?
Oh, this is our new ally. He is helping us get the heck out of here.
Okay, well, I don't like that fist. He might hit me harder than Poe. We need to get out of here.
Yeah, let's get on. Did you say that you were looking for something before we leave?
We have to find my fish
Your
to
fish.
take to Omashu, and as I like look at them to see if they remember the conversation.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Well, you
Oh.
haven't
your
went into
fish.
that room
Your
yet
fish.
that your belongings were taken off of you, Mal. Like, you have your peg
Yeah.
leg, but you don't have your belongings.
Oh yeah, so like we need to go get my coat, and we need to go get hopefully
Okay.
the stuff that was in my coat.
So
So you
I
know
will
where
say
we're
that
going,
those
right?
guards are currently stuck, but they aren't unconscious. Like, the one is that's in there, but the two that were out there are just stuck right now. So is there any action you guys would like to take with them, or are you just going to leave them in that position?
Knock him out.
I mean,
Wait. Is anybody still in the? Is anybody in there?
in that other room, you haven't went and checked yet.
I'm asking them
Us?
Oh, you're asking those two. Let's
before
see.
Raina knocks them out.
Yeah, that's a good. Give me an intimidation roll. Unless you want to try and plead or intimidation, I'll let you choose.
A question. So when I went to hide in the other room, would you say that is running away enough to make me not afraid anymore?
No, you're still very
Nope.
afraid of the situation that is occurring right now.
I will go ahead with a plead then, because
Yeah, you're pretty much afraid through the encounter that we are playing through, unless you take an action specifically to alleviate that.
So if we've got plenty of time to calm my poor heart when we leave, that's going to be an 8.
It's gonna be an 8. Okay. So you can tell that they don't want to. So what exactly are you trying to ask them? Like, let's go with that first.
Room.
Oh, sorry,
Right
you
there.
broke up there for a second. What did you say?
Who's in that room over there? The room they had just come from.
You see one and be like, we were in there. That was the point. You guys were making noise and we came out.
Who was in there?
And you just see that they're not willing to tell you anything else. They're just more annoyed with you right now. They're just like, we just told you.
So I'm gonna kick him in the face now.
That's fair.
All right, and these are the
No,
ones.
no,
These are
no.
the ones. And these are the ones trapped in the mud.
Yes.
Okay, I walk up with Bougie, and I'm trying to encourage Bougie to give me like a menacing growl, and I'm going to attempt to push my luck and be like, "You've seen what this thing can do with a lot of earth. Imagine what it can do with this little one, as it puts stuff up your nose."
So give me an intimidation roll.
Intimidation. Okay.
Dang.
Let's see.
Also, just a sidebar. The mud is drying out very quickly.
Okay.
And
Yes.
it's gonna break soon.
Yeah. So they only have so much of being held.
Right.
I can extend that time limit by a little bit by misting over it to re-moisturize it, but that won't work for very long.
Let's see here. That is a total of 7 for intimidate.
Okay, well you can see that it's they're not going to strike against you while Bougie is there, but they're not also just going to give you whatever information that you want. So you guys are free to go into the room if you would like, but they're
I'm gonna
they're
kick
not.
him now.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want.
Can I
Raina,
drop
Raina,
kick
you
one?
can knock him out.
Yeah,
Can I drop kick
Yeah.
one?
you can.
Yeah, I'm kicking one. Like, I'm literally kicking one in the face.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you both would have to give me rolls on that.
Okay, what am I rolling for?
What are you guys'
that just be-
principles?
It's a 6 and a 4, so it's a 10.
A 10? Okay, yeah, you're able to knock the guy out. Yeah, you knock the one guy over. He's not like passed out or anything, but you knock him over. Unfortunately, although it does injure him, it also breaks him from the mud that is there. So you now have one of the guards that are free if you guys would like to react in any specific way. Because now that he is free, it's a little bit more of a gamble of what might happen.
Okay. Let's see.
And Pancake or Kiun, you were going to try as well?
Yes.
Okay, you also give me a roll.
Is that just strike
Yeah,
again?
that's fine.
Ooh. 6.
6. Okay. So you go to knock this guy out, and unfortunately, you slip on a wet patch of the mud, and it gets you stuck in there. So you are. I know that there's a status condition for this. Trapped. Yes, you are
Trapped.
currently trapped. Yes. So you got stuck in the mud instead of striking the guy.
Oh,
Ah,
how
my
do
companions, I appear to be in a predicament.
Oh, man, roll knife. That is rough.
I am going to attempt to pull the water out of that mud because one of them's already out and Kiun already is there. So I'm going to try to pull the water out of the mud.
Okay, so that's gonna be a action for you to do so. That's gonna rely on your skills and training. While that is going on, so go ahead and give me a roll. While that is going on, you
Yeah.
guys see that that guard that was knocked over is angry and getting ready to strike out at you. You still have that room there if you guys would like to try and proceed into it. You have an opportunity to go in if you would like before this guard retaliates against you. Sakari, you've already chosen what your action is going to be on that though. Okay, so do any of you guys want to respond before she goes and takes this chance?
Yes.
Okay.
I take off into the room because I know what's in there.
Okay.
Hopefully. Knowing they've got this far, I'll let them handle the guards because I can't do anything with them.
Okay, if you just give me
So-
and assess the situation, we can assess the situation. We can hurry and see if you just immediately kind of remember where they might have put this fish at.
That is 2 6s on the die plus 2 for creative. That's a
So you
14.
immediately, like, you
That's
are able to
amazing.
grab it immediately, zoom on back out, and before they're even thinking about, like, they've never seen a peg-legged man move so fast in their life to go and grab something, got himself back out there, and as you were getting out there, you see Sakari kind of, like, concentrating and trying to pull water from the mud. What did you get on that?
An 11.
An 11. So yeah, immediately that mud just dries right up. Everyone is able to break their feet from it that is there. That means that there are 2 guards that are actively up right now, and Q, you are free. So how are you guys going to respond here? All of you are in this room. 2 guards are there. You were able to retrieve a fish. Now, what goes on from here?
I literally run in. Like, I gotta get the thing. I've got the thing. And I am heading back up the steps.
Okay, so you're just hauling it.
Mm-hmm. I am gone.
Okay.
Bougie's scared. I have no other abilities. I have the thing. And all you all smell as Bougie runs by is smelly fish in his pocket.
Okay, so you guys see him just
Favorite.
bailing as quickly as he could. You have 2 guards there. What do the rest of you 4 do?
I would have probably Garrick would have positioned himself between the guards and them while they were going into that room, and just kind of prepared for the guards to attack.
Okay. So you're prepared yourself. What does everyone else do?
Definitely
So
gonna
the
try.
guards.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna try to latch onto one of the guards' feet with the water that I got from the mud.
Okay.
To try to trip him up again.
Yeah, give me a roll for that.
What was that? Rely on your skills and training. Alrighty.
Maybe that might be hinder, bolster and hinder. So it's
Hinder, yeah.
yeah. So clear 1 fatigue and roll with creativity and harmony.
Maybe. Oh no.
You did great.
That that's not gonna do it. That's a 5.
So yeah, so you very confidently start to get this water that you retrieve from the mud, and you go to like try and slash this guy off of his feet, and when you do, you slash across his shoes, and they have never been so shiny before. Like, these shoes look on point. He could pass an inspection, no problem at all.
Oh god, that mirror shine.
Yep, got that shoe shine.
Oh my god.
Got the cool shoe shine. All right. So now that we have a guard with super shiny shoes, how does everyone else respond to this?
The shine from the guard's shoes distracts everybody.
So the one guard that has like my footprint on his face, I'm just gonna like pow pow pow, like, you know, small fireballs at him.
Yeah. All right. So I'm taking it you're using a strike for that, or
yes, that'd be a strike. Like I guess that would be a strike.
Okay, go for it.
That is a 3.
3. Ooh, yeah, that does not go well in your favor at all. You go to you go to try and send fire towards him, completely missing him, and the door from where Mao had ran out of was still open. You fire through that door, and now there is papers and a desk and chair that are currently on fire, sending smoke up towards the other decks.
Yep. So I did that. That was me.
For a reason.
I yell back. They have things that go boom on this ship. What did you just do?
I did say I want this ship to go boom, but I don't want us to be on the ship when it goes boom.
I like matches now. That's good stuff.
Let's leave.
Let's just bolt. Let's bolt, guys.
First of all, before we leave, I would like to inspect these shoes and be like, mighty fine shoes, sir. Very clean. And then I turn around and run.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you guys
we're
are
running now.
so you guys are attempting to just bolt. Okay. All right. Let's give a push your luck for who is the all right. So let's say Kiun. We'll let you be the one that pushes the luck for the collective of how
Pushing
this
my luck
narrative will go.
today?
Yes.
Oh boy. Do I have anything skills that relate to pushing my luck? No, it's rely on my skills and training. I will push my luck though. Roll with passion. That's an 11.
An 11. Okay, yeah. So everyone starts bolting, and you are able to just straight up take what little bit of the mud is left in there, and it's kind of like almost like you know how locker rooms can be, where the guys will be like flicking the towels at people. You do that right in their eyes with the mud. Like, they are just like they got all sorts of that mud, like nasty mud in their eyes, and you guys are just able to bolt up there. You guys are running up. You're going through the area that has all the ammunition in there. You see that there's one of the guards that was like alerted, but he's so shocked by seeing you guys running from up there that you guys are able to because the guard from earlier, he's still hidden, but there's a new guard that was down there trying to figure out where his buddy's at. He sees you guys running up there, no problem at all. Unless you guys stop and do something about him. Do you guys do anything, or do you just charge past while he is kind of in awe of the situation? Especially seeing a badger mole kind of go plowing through the door and trying to get off of here as well with a man and with a pig leg.
Mm-hmm.
I did have a question though. Would us running away constitute clearing my afraid condition?
No.
Dang it.
What what sort of ammunition
ahead.
is in this room?
It's a lot of things that go boom, things that are either supposed to explode or easily catch on fire.
I have a lot in my pocket.
Yeah, she's got a button.
Like, is it reasonable for Garrick to like grab a few things as he's running through?
Almost definitely.
Sweet.
If it helps at all too, I've got Slippery Eelhound where you could choose to seize a position to escape the scene. So I don't know if that helps us escape or not.
You could very well, if you wanted to use that.
Yeah, let's use that to get out. I want to get off the ship, get my friends off the ship.
Yeah,
Now.
Okay. So that's just an automatic that you have, or is there a roll for that?
When you defend and maneuver and choose to seize a position to escape the scene, foes must mark an additional -2 negative to stop you. And you may bring your allies within reach when you retreat.
So it marks 2 fatigue on you, is what it does.
It marks 2 fatigue to stop me.
If they want to stop the
Yeah,
retreat.
if they wanted to stop
Okay.
me.
I just wasn't sure on how it like makes it where you're able, like what it does for you to be able to use that move. That's what we got to figure out, I guess. It was a roll for what did it use?
Defend and maneuver.
Okay, so it is a focus roll.
Yep.
So it is a focus roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Could I use my tag team fighting technique? So I work with an ally against his foe, choose an engaged foe and an ally, double any fatigue conditions or balance shifts that ally inflicts upon that foe, so that way they get double fatigue if they attempt to stop.
I would say that we would have to see how Raina's goes first.
Okay.
Well, that is a 5 and a 6 on the die, and I got a +1 to focus, so that is 12.
So 12. Okay. So yeah, you guys are able to just haul it, get out of there as quickly as possible. Like you guys are even like mostly down the road, but Mao taking a little bit longer since he's got a whole badger mole with him. Like yeah, it's not like it's a little bit more difficult because he's basically having to brace Bougie along the side of the ship and slowly walk like literally Bougie is walking backwards slowly down the ship while Mao is like holding and just slowly going down the side with him. And you guys are all on the ship and you are able to try and get away, but unfortunately those other prisoners weren't able to keep up with you. Like they were left back there unless you guys want to try and save them. But you are putting yourself at a much higher risk.
I think Garrick would try to save them.
Yeah.
Even if the rest of the group wasn't.
Okay.
Maybe by like staying behind and like fighting off people as they get down to the boat.
Okay.
Yeah, my because of what's happened with me and Bougie, my balance is shifted to loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to let them stay. We have to get them out.
Okay, so you see that the guards have started to focus more on the 3 individuals from before. Garrick and Mao, you guys work your way back to try and stop what has happened. Raina, Kiun, and Sakari, you guys are back on the boat already. Can you give me a push your luck? Let's see. All 3 of you give me a push your luck.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
Passion. That's a 4 for me, so.
Don't worry, I will pick up the slack.
I got an 8.
Okay.
So
That's
not
a
bad,
6.
not great.
Okay, and Raina?
4.
Okay, so you guys are in the ship. You see that Garrick and Mao aren't coming down the rope. You wait a few moments, but then you guys hear a splash and look behind you as you see 3 small boats coming towards you. Each of them filled with Fire Nation guards, and at the helm of the one in the center, you see Poe in pursuit after you guys currently.
Okay, so I have those explodies in my pocket, right?
Yes, you do.
Can I throw one on like the nearest ship and then like fireball it just as it's, or like shoot fire at it just as it's going?
You could try. Mal and Garrick, can you give me an assess the situation roll, each of you?
Got bad news.
Yeah.
That's our first. Oh, it's creativity?
Yes,
A
creativity.
3. I thought it was our first 2.
Okay, and Mal.
I have an 11.
An 11. Okay, so you actively see. So Bougie is currently dealing with these guards, trying to intimidate them. While you hear this splash and look down, and you see Poe and the 2 other ships alongside it going towards everyone on the others in the boat.
Do I see any like of the trebuchets that these ships are known to have for siege war?
I wouldn't say so, no.
Okay. And would I know standard armaments on deck, or do they just sling fire like what's usually on Zuko and Iroh's ship in season 1?
You see that there is one larger weapon, but it is more for long distance as opposed to precision. So it's something that like you would put like a very large amount of like some type of a substance on fire to try and basically catapult it into the far distance. To be able to position it down to where you're talking about, not so much.
Okay. What you got, kid? Because I have a badger mole, and she's afraid. What you got?
Me?
Yeah, it's you and me. What
All
you
right.
got?
So where are the guards in position to like the Earth Kingdom prisoners?
You can see that there's like probably a good 8 guards now on the main deck that have come out of that like towered part of the ship. So you see 5 of them out there. The guards are, not the guards, but the prisoners are pretty much right at the door that you guys. Oh, not the door, but the stairway that you originally went to on the main deck. So you were seeing them there. There are guards that currently have 3 of the guards currently have them like trying to reshackle them as they see you 2 both on the main deck as well.
So they're like pretty much engaged with the guards?
Yes, very much so.
Okay. Then I am going to take one of these, I don't know, like bombs, grenades, whatever I grabbed out of that room.
Okay.
And not throw it near the prisoners, but just on the deck, like away from both groups to kind of cause a ruckus, and then run at the guards and try to, I don't know, use my non-martial arts expertise and try to punch them.
Okay. And Mao, how are you responding to this situation that's going on right now?
Well, I'm going to hope that between him and Bougie currently that the guards are okay. We need to distract the people on the boat. I am going to hobble over to the side of the ship, pull out the rotten fish that I found.
Okay.
And if you will allow me to, I would like to attempt to press my luck and use that fish to tempt Bougie and be like, hey, girl, it's snack time.
Okay.
And toss it at Poe.
Toss the fish at Poe.
To see if she will jump at the ship and try to literally cannonball Poe
onto his boat. Yeah, you could go ahead and press your luck on that.
Okay. I have the best friend ability, which means whenever your pal can help you push your luck, I'm going to mark fatigue and get to roll with creativity instead of passion.
Okay.
It's a total of 7.
So, Bougie most definitely goes after the fish. Unfortunately, missing the boat of Poe. But the waves from that push back Poe and the other 2 ships a little bit. Unfortunately, with that, your guys' boat also gets shifted away from the main ship, and the rope contraption that Garrick had made earlier breaks off, and you guys are now floating away from the ship.
Okay, so I have Bougie off the ship, and it's now just me and Garrick.
It is, yes.
Okay. I grab him by his, what looks to be his very nice coat, and pull him close, and I take my jacket off and shove it in his hand. Like, whatever's in here, you have to get it to Omashu. Let them do it. You can find resistance fighters. Shoot, where was the valley?
Doing this to me
Of the
again.
twin lovers.
We're not doing this again.
Of Oma and Shu. Secret tunnels. Yeah. You can find resistance fighters at the secret tunnels. Get out of here, go. And I am going to begin hobbling off back down to where I know the exploding stuff is.
Okay. Garrick, you see this boat floating away from the ship. You know that Mao would probably not been the best swimmer to even been able to get over to where where your boat is at. But if you tried to dive right now, you might be able to get to it. Otherwise, the other option for you right now, I would say, is you could try and take another boat that is to the side and try to pursue the others. Now, with that being said, would you be available for another episode? Probably not the next one, but the one after.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay, then yeah, I would say that you would be able to get to a boat to the side while Mao is making a distraction, and you are going to be able to pursue the others while they are trying to get away. But you would have to catch up with them later. If that's cool with you. And yeah, so you guys see this all unfolding. Commotion going up, and all of a sudden just a huge splash. Your boat breaks away, and you are floating away from your assailants right now. And you can see off in the distance there is some land that, it has a small bit of beach, and then it looks like there's a big forested area from there that you might be able to go and seek some cover from. Now, you guys don't necessarily know how to use Garrick's boat normally, but there would be the normal functionalities of a boat, like a sail and so forth, to be able to move it in case he runs out of material. He would have definitely thought of something like that beforehand. So you guys are able to get away right now. Is that the way that you guys want to go, or do you want to try and change the fate of what is currently happening?
I believe fate is out of our hands at this point. I think we gotta...
Again? We literally just... We came all this way to come get him. And Bougie is drowning.
Mammals can swim. She's fine.
She feels in the ocean?
I've got boom booms if you want to stay and fight, but it's up to you guys.
We are, listen, in an act of self-desperation, and also, I have a full life I want to live. Fate is out of our hands. We gotta run. We are outnumbered, outgunned, outmanned.
I will thank you. You do see like a lever that like releases the sail if you would like to go for it.
God, oh my God, I'm so torn. Do I want to stay and fight, or do I want to save everyone? Oh.
Watch your balance, Pancake.
Yeah.
This is one of those situations where like one thing shifts. I feel like one thing would move one balance while the other thing moves my other balance.
Well, I do want you to take into account you and Sakari are both currently scared. You've been scared this entire time.
I got cured.
His got cleared.
Yeah. Oh, his got cleared. Yeah. But Sakari, you would definitely still be scared.
If I was afraid, I would have pulled that lever.
I would say you definitely even see Sakari is still terrified of what's going on right now.
I'm gonna take one look at my companions and I say, I'm sorry, but you're scared out of your mind. We are 3 people. We're down 2. I can't lose you guys. I can't lose y'all. And I'm gonna pull the lever.
Okay. Pull the lever.
Pull the lever, Kronk, and I pull the anchor.
So he
No,
pulled, and the wind catches the sail, and you guys are whisked quickly away from the rest of the ship due to the wave that is also coming off of Bougie. You see the other Fire Nation boats slightly away from you, but you do see that one of them is currently railing back in Bougie onto their boat to try and put back up there. On the other side of the ship, Garrick has slyly found his way to one of their other boats and is like stealthily trying to make his way around the other side of the boat from the commotion and actively trying to follow in the direction that you guys are currently going. And that is where we are going to be ending this episode. So, how's everyone
not even
feeling?
with a bang? Not even with a bang?
I wanted to bang.
With a
I
splash. Woo!
That was
So-
good. That was fun.
Yep. So that is where we are currently at with the story. And yes, like I said, Cory, we will definitely have you back, not in the next episode, but the one afterwards, I would say, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, well, maybe. We'll talk it out outside to see when's best to bring you in. But yeah, we're definitely going to have you as an active part of the story, trying to get whatever this is to them so that way they can take it to Omashu. So, how is everyone feeling after that exchange? After that session? It was definitely a little bit more lengthy than our other ones so far, but we had a lot to get through. In fact, I eliminated one entire deck of the ship so that way we could get through it quicker.
Good old waste of time.
And you know how it is, you know.
Stressful.
Yeah, it's better to over-prepare than to under-prepare.
Right.
I am so sad. I didn't want to be the hand to pull the lever, and yet the duty calls.
No, I don't think that it's necessarily a bad thing. You do see Sakari still terrified. You know, you have your companions that you have to think about. You know, although it is tough to see Mao and Garrick go, you were dealing with a ship that is full of like Fire Nation soldiers, and there was only a handful of you guys. It was stealth or nothing type of mission. So once the stealth is gone, you would definitely have known that there wasn't a whole lot of choice for you.
I mean, I think I said. I mean, I forgot the Kiun voice. It's me, the Boulder. I mean, Kiun.
The boulder.
The Boulder.
The boulder.
No, I
the
know,
boulder
I need to
approves
work
of
on-
your decision.
I need to work on getting back in like voice.
Yeah,
character.
so that
I
is
mean,
that
I
is
said it.
so that is an awesome way to leave this off. Does anyone want to say anything before we end the stream? We really don't have, you know, we've went over the sponsors, we've done the disclaimer, we've introduced each other and all of that fun stuff. Is there anything that anyone would like to say before we end this week's stream?
All I have to say is that the Cabbage Man found the Avatar more than Zuko ever did.
That's fair.
So that's
I don't
all I
think, I feel like the
Spoilers,
Avatar found him
jeez.
more.
Spoilers, man.
It's only been
It's
9
been out for 19 years.
Right?
That's older than me.
Happy birthday!
Are
And
you
don't
talking- it comes out tomorrow. What are you talking about?
Yep. So don't forget, this is the anniversary of the animated. But tomorrow we have the live action coming out, and we're going to be back here tomorrow, but on a different channel. You see, this is Artificer Alley, what like near and dear to our heart. But we do have another channel that we are going to be starting to review different series and things of that assortment, and that is going to be over on the Inner Geekdom. When you can find that Inner Geekdom on Facebook, YouTube, the everywhere else, the Twitch, wherever you want to go and watch it, it'll be there. But yeah, so we will be reviewing the first episode tomorrow for anyone that wants to come around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just for a little chill and discussion of that. And like I said, a happy anniversary to Avatar: The Last Airbender, the animated series. So happy to be playing in this universe. It's been such a fun time. Anything else anyone would like to say before we say our goodbyes for this week?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude. Thank you guys so much. It's been so much fun. Thank you.
Right. So, thank you everyone that came by today to watch our fun little stream. It's always a pleasure to have these games for you guys. If you haven't already, please make sure that you have liked, subscribed, follow wherever you're at. And if you're already like, follow, subscribe wherever you're at, go to whatever other places and go like, follow, subscribe, or whatever else. Yeah, make sure that you're following us everywhere because we definitely need the support and we love the support that you've already given us. Thank you, of course, to Magpie Games, to House of Games, to Eli, to like everyone that helps us make this, and thanks to our players because you guys are what make this story actually happen. Thank you very much, and just have yourself a wonderful day. You will see us next week, same time, same place. Bye.